Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Just My Thoughts podcast. I'm your host, none other than the unapologetic asshole, KC Carson. And today I got a special guest host in the building with me. We talking entrepreneur, author, credit specialist, part-time pimp, the one and only full-time pimp,
serial dater,
the serial dater, credit and conversation specialist, Keisha Carr. What's up, Auntie?
Thank you for having me, nephew.
Listen, today is going to be a good day, okay? Because we talking something that everybody has probably experienced one way or another. We are talking how good sex has lied to a lot of people.
I totally agree.
Okay? Tell me what that mean to you.
So for me, I know I've taken relationships or situationships further than they should have when they should have had an expiration date because I was stigmatized.
Okay.
And it's just being real. Sometimes, and I'm not going to say women, people in general associate sex with chemistry.
Okay.
And it becomes lust and physical. And then because you're having sex with somebody and in your mind, the chemistry is so good or the passion is so good, you attach it to, now it goes to your brain and you say it's intimacy. It changes from just a good sex episode or a good nut. So maybe it could be more because you're soul tying with them. And then you have that connection and then you start feeling comfortable and then you're seeing them on the regular because of sex. So then you're like, okay, well, the sex is great. And for most people, sex is a big part of a relationship. So if you feel like you nailed that one first, okay, maybe we can go to something else because we got the most important part. Because most people cheat because of sex.
Okay.
So if you feel like you got a great sexual chemistry, you're going to say, okay, we got the foundation, or at least most people think is a foundation for them, or most men. You're going to think, okay, she got great sex. It's a fat cat. The head is bomb. Let me see where we can go. I can train her to be what I want her to be because that part is there. Okay. Some people think that. I'm not saying all, but I think people confuse chemistry with compatibility.
Okay, that's fair. Now, I think that good sex can introduce a person, but it cannot sustain a person.
I agree.
Because when sex is the only thing that's there, it's a few things that happen, which is real life. That means bills, stress, children,
Right.
depression, failure, accountability, and sacrifices all come in like a rushing mighty wind. And when it hits your doorstep, sex gonna go out the window because that pussy don't get wet when the bills don't get paid.
Listen, I always say DTE has never taken dick as a form of payment.
It don't work that way.
Your car note is not paid by pussy.
So that woman is not going to be sexually stimulated when she got anxiety, when she got depression. If you got anxiety and depression and you always miserable and upset and just unhappy, you're not going to turn around. She's not going to get wet. And that good sex go out the window.
That's true.
See, when you talk about what can good sex do, good sex can delay a breakup by months or years.
Man.
Okay?
I've been there.
I've seen it happen. I've experienced it before where you like, you know what, this was supposed to just be fun. We were just going to have a good time.
And 3 sleepovers later.
How did we get here? And then you look up and it's like, the truth is, we really don't like each other. We just have sexual compatibility and a sexual chemistry. We don't like each other for real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that because what ends up happening, the conversation is going to be empty. Y'all goals don't match. And then you're in a situation where your lifestyles, your values, and your emotional needs begin to clash because the only thing that we got in common is sex.
Yep.
And that means the sex has been lying to us because if it was telling us the truth, we know you and me, we don't see life the same. Your
That's
goals
true.
and my goals are not aligned with one another. And oftentimes I see a lot of women say that the best sex comes from a guy with no house, no car, i.e. Jody from Baby Boy.
I don't know
And
how.
all of a sudden they are just stigmatized, and 2 kids later, after they've been through hell and hot water, it's like, you know what? I was lied to. I was manipulated. He was a narcissist. Like, you saw the red flags.
You know what? I think when people get dickmatized or pussymatized or that grip gets you, we ignore red flags and we try to say, oh, it went from chemistry to inconsistency. because now the chemistry isn't there, and the emotions aren't developing for women because women are more emotional.
Okay.
They're not developing for women at a pace where the sex is going fast. So it's like he wants to fuck you raw, but he don't want to make you his woman. He don't want to take you out on a date. He just want to Netflix and chill. He didn't get you the red flag. He didn't told you this is just a pussy situation. Because a man that wants more from you, even if it starts off as just sex, he's going to then start taking you out. He's going to then start turning to learn you. Or vice versa, a woman is going to start trying to learn you. Either way, you know when that relationship goes beyond sex. But when it's still just sex, y'all just booty calls. And most people want more. And it's like, you knew what it was. He giving you all of the signs. This is not going to be more than what it is.
So you get this scale, right? And on this scale, you have to have sexual chemistry, and then you have to have actual compatibility.
Yep.
And it's a balance of the two, and you got to figure out which one weighs more. And oftentimes that actual compatibility is going to be heavier than the sexual chemistry. Because when problems come, the sex is going to fade. I don't care who you are.
Yes, true.
It's going to fade. It just is no way around it. It has to happen. It's like Father Time. It's undefeated. So what I see a lot of times with women is that they trauma bond with men through sex and intimacy.
Yes. But you know what? My girl just told me this other day. She said the best way to get over a man is to get a new one. And I hate to say this, women will use a man to get over another man sexually. She might not even like you. It's just like, okay, well, I'm having sex with him and it's just a good time and it's a nut. But I really just don't want to think about
the pain,
Jeff, or the pain or the trauma. So I'm going to deal with him to fill that empty space. So I won't have to sit at home with it.
I'll take it further. She'll deal with the new man just so that she doesn't have to feel the heartbreak.
Yep.
Because that fairy tale, that happily ever after, she believed in it. And when the heartbreak came, for whatever the reason is, it's hard to sit at home and deal with it. It's hard to assess what role you played, what you could have done differently. So now she's going to go and take her trauma, find somebody else who's dealing with trauma. And the one thing they got in common is going to be sex.
But you know what? I think for most people, they take intimacy to imagination. So and I told somebody this other day, I said, you're a passionate fucker. So most women are going to assume that you really like them, or it's really some intimacy where you really care about them because you kissing on them, you rubbing it on them. It's not just a fuck in their mind. You're giving them some intimacy. So now their imagination has begun to flourish for what could possibly be. And you can't fuck every woman the same. And most guys don't know that. You might have
no.
You got to listen to this, because once the alcohol, like, well, you don't drink, but for people who go out and drink and you have a one night stand and it becomes more than one night, it's like, I shouldn't have gave this bitch this good dick, because now she crazy. She calling my phone all the time. She on all my social media. She looking up my girl, my ex-girl, my friends, because now her imagination has flourished to, are you fucking these other people too? Do he fuck them like he fucked me? That's the worst thing that can happen, is when intimacy meets imagination. It's the most toxic situation for anybody.
Now, what happens if you give somebody, you got to think about this. If I gave her bold dick, then I'm going to be embarrassed and she going to talk about me and everything. So I'm going to listen, every woman I'm with, I'm going to give you my best. I want the title. I want the trophy. I want to try to go down as the best you ever had.
Every man
because
does.
if I'm giving you something that's not incredible, you gonna talk about me. I'm gonna be in the group chat. Oh, that podcast nigga ain't put it down. That's not gonna be me.
And that's gonna be
that's not true. So I would rather you stalk my social media. I'd rather you text me more than I want you to, because I put it down.
That's your ego, though.
Oh, my ego like the size of my ego is the size of continent, baby.
That's most men who have even wee-wees. I'm not gonna call them dicks. Wee-wees have an ego. Men have egos, and egos can kill you. You don't agree?
Pride kills.
Pride and ego kills.
My ego gonna stay.
No. So what you may even consider your best performance, to her might have been like, he a strong 5, he mid.
Shit, I ain't had nobody tell me that.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's your best performance, but she could have had a nigga that licked her from the rooter to the tutor, and he said some things during sex that got to her head and her heart.
Check my track record.
I'm just saying, what people don't realize with sex too is when you're a talker doing sex, it gives an emotional, intimate connection. So I'm honest. I tell guys before we have sex, I like to talk during sex. I'm lying to you. So don't take nothing I say to heart. If I tell you it's yours, if I call you Big Daddy, if I say you own it, you fucking me the best, I'm lying. I just want us to enjoy it. If I tell you I love you, I'm lying. I'm literally, I tell people that, like, or if I haven't told you before we had sex, I'm gonna tell you after, baby, don't take none of that shit serious. I just wanted to get a good one off. I wanted to make sure you did. Sex talk is just lies.
Fellas, this is how good sex lies to you. I want y'all to take a picture of her, put it on your wall. This is how good sex lies to you. It tells you things that are not true. She is painting a picture with imaginary paint.
But I'm honest about it.
I respect the honesty. Now, that's the one thing. I respect the honesty. Because as a guy, you probably do the same things. I probably have told you, baby, this is the best thing I done had. It's like, so good. This not, I'm in the moment.
Everybody tells sex lies because you want to enjoy it. You want to keep the vibe. You want to make sure you orgasm the best. You want her to enjoy it. So if you telling her this the best coochie I ever had, she probably gonna fuck you harder. She gonna get wetter.
Listen.
So we all lie to each other doing sex.
I done promised 4 girls leading roles in movies, 2 girls a continuous day on the podcast. I wasn't serious.
Yeah, listen, I told this one guy.
I was in the moment.
This one guy, his ego was so big, he used to always tell me this. I got a big black dick. Tell me this the best dick you ever had. Sorry, yes, I'm gonna lie and tell you that. Whatever you want to hear, I'm gonna tell you.
He was insecure.
But
that's what it was.
I wanted it to be done because now I got you messing up the moment because I gotta really tell a big bold face lie. So you killing the moment. So whatever I gotta lie and say to get this done now because you done killed it.
Listen,
I willingly lie and I ain't gonna reach.
What I found out is that a lot of men are emotionally weak when good sex is involved. I saw a video on Facebook yesterday, and this guy was in the driveway on the phone, and he called another guy, and he said, "You gonna come outside?" The guy must have told him, "I'm not even there." He said, "Oh, you gonna come outside? I'm about to bust her windows out." You hear the lady on the Ring camera like, "Stop, no, everything." He bust out multiple windows at this lady's house. So the guy ended up having it. It was on the Ring camera, whatever. He posted it like, "I ain't messed with this girl in over 2 years. We haven't talked, haven't had sex, haven't dealt with each other. And this is how deep this man is in his feelings." That right there.
I had a dude bust my windows out before.
Oh my God. You know how weak you got to be to bust a girl windows out? I wish I would call another man about a woman.
I've had a dude do that. I had a dude do a Barbara Shirley moment with another dude. Bitch, what's it? I had to question if you was heterosexual, because what type of real man calling another man? That shit gay.
I'm not even about to speak on another man. I'm not about to speak. Listen, at the end of the day, whatever he's doing, whatever is happening, is between you and him. I'm not about to ask you, you care about him, you love him. If I got to ask them questions, I know the answer already.
You know what? I tell women, look out for a man that pillow talk, especially a man that bring a bone about another man. That's a man you don't want to fuck with because he got some bitch tendencies. 2, he's not genuine with you. 3, he's not genuine with himself, because if you got to talk about another man to bruise your status with another woman, you're not confident, you need reassurance, and you're 9 times out of 10 insecure and a liar.
I got an old Southern mother, right? Mm-hmm. My mama told me, a dog that bring a bone, carry one.
That part.
Right? So when you sit there and you dog your ex the whole time and this, well, why was you with him if they was the worst motherfucker ever? Listen, what role did you play? See, I'm a realist.
We know.
I'm real about it. Don't ask me what happened with you and the last girl. It didn't work. That's what happened. We probably was in different places and things didn't work. I'm not going to dog her out. I'm not going to talk bad about her because at one point, guess what? You had to care about that person if y'all was dealing with each other. It just ends up being that things were not forever, and that's understood. But when somebody be like, I'm going to tell you now, my ex, his dick was little, he was stupid, he couldn't read, he used to fight me. I'm like, well, what's wrong with you to endure all of this?
But me and you had a conversation before with one of my last situations. You said, what made you say? I said, he was fun. I could have fun with him. He brought out my freaky side, the things I wanted to try or I imagined. And those were the things that made me stay. I ignored a ton of red flags. But I said, I give you his good points first.
That's fair.
I said he was a good guy. He handled, I like that he was financially responsible and he didn't need me. But I love the fact that he was fun. If I wanted to have sex 10 times a day, he was with it. If I wanted to have spontaneous sex, he was with it, because I dated a guy before him that wasn't with all of that.
Yeah.
So I think I got digmatized, and it wasn't necessarily that I had an emotional connection. I like the sex. That's and once all that shit wear off, once you start, okay, when you see a person for who they are, now you don't even want to have sex with them, because like you said, the compatibility ain't there. We don't have any like-minded goals. We're not making each other better. We're not building. I don't want to listen to you because I don't respect you no more. So I think that's the part of sex that we misconstrue, because we don't look at the other things that come into play. After all of that good nut is on, it's like, what did he bring to the table? What did she bring to the table besides pussy or dick? Like, how long did I waste my time?
See, I don't think it's wasting time. In my mind, we're all doing life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the mere fact that we're doing life, I look at it that you're not wasting time. There's a valuable lesson learned even in defeat. You got something from it. I can remember going through a bad breakup and meeting a woman, and at the time she brought me peace. She was fun. She was exciting. She was a freak. I'm talking about, we were doing all kind of crazy stuff. And during that time, I probably needed her and she probably needed me.
Yep, trauma bonding.
And it may not even necessarily be that it was trauma.
Yes,
it was just fun. It was a breath of fresh air. It was something that I hadn't experienced.
That's what happened with me.
So after so long, you'll realize, okay, maybe we are not as compatible, but I gained something from it. I would say that if a woman dated me and we got serious for any amount of time, I made her a better woman. So I taught her some things. She grew. She was able to evolve. She was able to mature. And the next guy she dates or she deal with, there's a standard that I set that bar has been raised. And it's like, oh, if I see you dating down, I'm like, damn, baby, didn't I teach you anything?
So I'm gonna ask you a question. You just said what every woman gained from you, but what did you gain from the women you dated once you left them alone? How did they make you a better person? How did they build you? How did they support you? Or what did you learn from that made you better?
My situation a little bit different.
Okay, well, give it to people who may not. Your situation, and plus
my situation is a little different. So for a lot of guys, you have to understand, if you're dealing with a woman, what is it that you bring? One of the biggest things I ask for is peace. I want you to be peaceful. I want you to be understanding. I want you to be considerate. So in the one situation, I can tell you that I was a priority, and I had somebody who didn't mind spending money. I had somebody who didn't mind knowing what I liked. So it would be like, oh, I know that you like this particular strawberry syrup for your Sprite. I went and got you a case of it, so you ain't got to worry about it for the next 3 months. Or it was like, oh, your birthday came, I'm gonna fly you out to such and such. So things like that are thoughtful. Somebody that was supportive of the businesses that I have. So you gain.
What you gain?
I gained the understanding that your feelings are important too, because for a long time in a long-term relationship that I was in, it was like when people say happy wife, happy life, that's the stupidest shit in the world.
Why is that?
Because you can make a motherfucker happy and you miserable and you're not doing it but killing yourself.
Preach.
So I'm a person that say I would rather cut off my finger and save my hand than end up losing the whole arm. And a lot of people don't understand that analogy, but sometimes you got to let go of something. That dead weight is killing you. So we both got to be happy. We both got to understand. So I learned a lot in that situation that in my next situation is going to be valuable.
So I got a question for you. You were talking about peace, because you always say peace is important to you. Do you think when people get emotionally attached because of sex, they confuse peace with passion with peace? Because we assume that this person, most of the time when we get in an emotional relationship that's based on sex, we didn't have peace somewhere in our life before they came along. And we confuse that passion that we're having with them with the sexual chemistry or connection with peace.
Okay, so when you look at a situation and you talk passion and peace,
mm-hmm.
the sex has nothing to do with the peace.
But some people do.
So for me, good sex is good sex.
You can have the time you spending with them on top of that, though.
Listen, you can have the best sex in the world. If you don't know how to shut the fuck up, I don't want to deal with you because you're not peaceful. I can have the greatest sex with you and come 3 times and it was amazing. And then you like, so I realized earlier that this going, oh my God, listen, you could have kept this pussy and went, oh, I could deal with somebody else because you're not peaceful. You just ruined the whole everything. That moment is terrible.
So let's switch it. Women confuse passion with peace. God, you are able to separate your emotions more than most men. You're not a tender dick. Most men who are emotional or tender, they confuse passion with peace as well. Like some females, you look at it from your perspective, and you're a rare breed. It's a lot of emotional niggas out here that confuse it with passion. Now it's your pussy. Can't nobody look at her. Can't nobody touch her. She can't go out. You want to control what she wear, how much makeup she got on, how she do her hair, because you don't want nobody else messing with her, interrupting your passion, which in your mind is your peace. Because most men want to control.
Now I'm gonna say something. That's men and women too. So I had a conversation with a young cat the other day. He hit me up. He's like, "Listen, man, I'm dating this girl. I need some advice." I'm like, "Okay." And he like, "I like her, but I get a lot of attention, especially where I work at." And he like, you know, he run a business, and women come all the time. They flirt with him. He like, his girl can't handle it. So I asked him. I said, "You seen that new Escalade?" He like, "Oh, that mud sweet." I said, "Everybody want it, right?" He like, "Yeah." I said, "Everybody can't get it?" Like, "No, everybody can't get it." I said, "Tell her you the Escalade."
That's a good analogy.
That is not meant for everybody to have, but we all look at it. We all ooh and ah. We all ooh, they gawking over it. When it's like, yeah, everybody can like it and love it and see it, but everybody's not gonna get to experience. Everybody's not gonna drive it, take it home, put it in the garage, take it to. That's not what you're gonna get. So, ain't that the same reason you like me? See, I'm a realist. If I get with you and you a bad bitch, I know in my heart you a bad bitch.
And 10 other
I love the fact that you a bad bitch. But guess what? All the niggas I know think you a bad bitch too. That's just what happens. So if I'm an idiot who says I'm the only one who wants you, then I'm stupid. Because what drew me to you? That's drawing the whole nother crowd. Everybody else is drawn to you by the same exact variables. They see what? She got a fat ass. She don't got no stomach. Titties sit up nice. She got a pretty smile, full lips. Her hair be done. When she do wear makeup, it's flawless. They want the same thing. They want to have that experience. It happened with celebrities and all. So now if you look at me like nobody should want you but me, well, bitch, you insecure and you really don't think the world of me like you should. Right.
But do you think, me and you kind of in the same lane, that some people want to have sex with you, but they don't want the emotional attachment? They don't confuse sex with emotion. They just want to say, I hit KC. I fuck KC. Because I know some people literally just want to fuck with me just to say I fuck Keisha.
I mean, well, most people are in situations where we want the money, but we don't want to do the work.
Right.
So, yeah, if I could be like, oh, I fucked old girl, I ain't got to take her out, spend no money, got to do this. Most people want that. So when you talk about the emotions that come with it, it's a job.
That's true.
Now you got to go to work. Now I got to figure out what's bothering you today. What makes you happy? What makes you say, I got to understand you? That's a lot. See, and when it gets too heavy, it ain't fun no more.
And that's the part is most people, we talked about this last time, separating the emotion. Can we just fuck? And there's no emotional attachment. At some point, it's going to come. It may not be the first 6 months, but if you're constantly giving your soul to someone, and eventually if y'all fucking for a minute, the condom going to come off. So then the expectation is different when we fucking raw. And I told somebody this, I said, you fuck everybody raw, bro. And every woman feels special because women feel like, oh, if he fucking me raw, He can't be fucking nobody else because he don't want to catch nothing. He must feel like I'm special. He don't think I'm wild or loose like that. Women will put again, intimacy, imagination. Women will put a thought of how they're special from everybody else because you fucked them raw, not knowing you might have fucked 20 bitches raw. So everybody when you take that condom off with some women, it makes them feel like they're on a pedestal, that they're special. And now they start, that imagination makes them feel like, oh, he want me to be his woman. He really care about me. He really want to fuck with me. He took a chance of getting me pregnant. He didn't pull out. He wasn't thinking about no condom. Women will, I hate to say it, that imagination and that raw sex will have
delusion.
The Lulu will have you thinking that you somebody and he fucking 4 other bitches the same day he done fucked you and 2 other bitches raw and nobody special. He just a nasty ass nigga that think with his dick.
The truth is, a lot of men are irresponsible.
Very much.
That's what a lot of women don't understand that. A lot of men are sexually irresponsible. They'll hit you raw and have a whole pack of condoms in their pocket.
Yeah.
Because they're irresponsible, they're greedy, and they're selfish.
Listen,
that's the real.
I was out of town about a month ago and I seen somebody I used to deal with, right? And he was shooting his shot again. We hadn't talked or seen each other in a couple of months. And he was trying to shoot a shot. And I told him on purpose, I ain't gonna lie, I was lying to him. I said, I've been fucking all weekend. And in my mind, that would make somebody be like, I'm straight on fucking you.
He still ate it.
I
already know. He was a sucker.
I'm telling him, like, you can't be that pressed. Like, you got to think, you should think about yourself and not think with your dick. If somebody told you I was, and I just said it to him just so he would leave me alone. And that nigga still was like, to me, that said, you're nasty. You was willing to suck my pussy and swallow some man's semen. If it was true. Like, you can't be that nasty and think with your dick that much. And it's worse for old men. Like, most of the people, the demographic to watch this are under 50. Old niggas is the worst. They nasty. These niggas will think with they dick and don't think about going to the clinic the next day.
That's the scariest thing about prostitution, right? If I know you willing to give it to me for $50, you know how many niggas I know that got $50? Then I'm gonna say to myself, ain't no way me and D Brown both your type.
Man.
No way possible me and D Brown your type. But we both had $50, so the Jackson, Grants, and Franklins are what's your type. So that scared me because it's like you don't care nothing about what's going on. You just need the money. I can't do a prostitute. Like when niggas be like, oh man, girl selling it for this much. She at the Pantheon. She fucking in the back room. You know how many niggas went in the back room with her today?
So do you judge women that you date based upon the niggas they dated previously or fuck with?
Yes and no, because sometimes what happens is you didn't know better.
Yep.
And I'll judge you even worse based on what you do when I'm done with you.
But do you think people date on their level? So, for example, I tried something different a couple of times. Like, okay, I have a certain type of dude. And I was like, let me try something different. Listening to my homegirls, like, well, maybe you should try this, try a different type. Them niggas was the worst. I should have stuck to my type. If I'm going to have a whole ass nigga, a nigga that's going to lie, at least let him be my type.
Well, you got a few things that you got to look at. A lot of women don't know their worth, right? Mm-hmm. So when you talk about a woman who doesn't get taken on dates, she don't know her worth. That's you talk about a woman who has never had the hotel room decorated or never had flowers sent to her job, that she can't legitimately brag on her man and mean it. She worthless because she don't know what she worth.
But let me tell you something. You just named materialistic like type things. But more importantly, a man, if you don't value yourself, a man will show you how he values you when he shows you how he disrespects you. That's true. When a man constantly disrespects you or he puts you in a position where you're embarrassed and he's disrespected you so much and then you keep coming back, it's going to keep happening.
But that means you disrespect yourself.
Yeah. And I told somebody, I said, I can't come back to you because one, you tried to devalue me. Like I was one of them. And as much as I care about you and the good and fun, you put me in a position where I had to say, am I going to love myself more than I love you? And I love me. And dick ain't that good. I can get dick when I can't get water. So it's always a bunch of good dick out here.
See, what you find I've seen a lot of men tolerate disrespect because it was attached to good sex.
Yep.
I know a nigga who got hit by a car, broke his leg, and the girl came to the hospital and gave him some, and he forgave her. I done seen niggas get shot and stabbed, fuck with her again. Niggas go to jail, fuck with her again, and they be like, oh man, but that pussy so good. One of my homeboys, this girl, they done fought. She done pulled dreads out. I'm talking about she done fought his family members, disrespected his mama, and every chance he get, he go back and fuck her.
I ain't even gonna lie. My homegirl Ingrid was like, Keisha, I don't care. I don't know what you do to these niggas, no matter how you dog them, treat them bad, embarrass them, humiliate them, they always come back. It's the grip.
Yeah, fuck about that.
And listen, it's power in the pussy. It's some niggas out here that will allow you to disrespect them. They gonna spend their money, they check, fly you out, pay whatever bills you need paid. One, they want a baddie. Or not even. Sometimes a nigga want a closet bitch that just got good pussy.
Nigga don't
and
love himself.
That's even better because he ain't gotta, when she a closet, you ain't gotta do nothing for her.
He don't love himself. That's what it is. Cause the minute I'm a bitch ass nigga, the minute I'm a hoe ass nigga, the minute you tell me to shut the fuck up, the minute we gotta be done with each other. I can't, cause you gonna emasculate me, you gonna make me feel like I am just minuscule when I know I'm that nigga. I don't give a fuck how good you suck dick, how good your pussy is, I can find somebody else to satisfy me.
And what men don't realize is once you allow a woman to disrespect you and devalue, she's always gonna do it. One. Two, she's never gonna have respect for you. You can never lead her. You can never point her in the right direction. You can never grow or build together because she doesn't respect you as a man. And what woman wants a man that can't lead her? I mean, some women do like a man that's a little emotional that they can run over, but that's not the way it's aligned to be.
It's a lot of women who want a man that can't lead them.
Ladies, and I'm almost 46. If you are dealing with a man that you can run and he listen and he do and he don't lead you and he don't say to you, baby, you going this way, I think you should go this way. I don't want a man that's not stronger than me, that I don't trust to lead and guide, and he leads with love and kindness and intellect. If you're not messing with a man that can't lead you with love, kindness, intellect, and want to see you in, you got to trust that man so much that if he tell you, go wash your hair, you wearing this to the bar, don't wear that. You going to the church, your clothes too naked for church. You got to trust him that much. When he say those things to you, you be like, let me go change my clothes. Let me go change my hair. Most women ain't looking at it. They want this independent era that I got to pay I got to do I can't no man tell me what to do. Bitch, you going to die.
A soldier, that's what you going to die.
You going to die a soldier. And then at the rim of reality is you probably won't grow. Because most women who want to be successful want a man that will teach her how to grow. You want to learn from him. You want him to lead both you guys to success. I'm successful on my own, but I want a man that's more successful than me. I want a man to say, baby, okay, you doing credit like this, but this is how you take it to the next level. And women, I'm so independent. I think I know everything. I don't want to listen. Well, why the fuck you with him? You don't want to listen? Why are you here?
She don't want to be lonely the rest of her life. See, the public service announcement to women is that a man cannot lead you without a car. A man cannot lead you with no job and no consistent income. Yeah. A man cannot lead you if he is in the state penitentiary.
Man.
A man cannot lead you if he cannot call you back, text you back, and he's in prison. You can't be led. And a lot of women, you know what they want? They want a sucker that they can run over because they saw their mama dog niggas because they didn't have no daddy. That's the truth.
I mean, I had one, but I see how women, they don't know what it's like to be around a real man. They don't know what it's like. And women, word of advice, if you're dealing with a man that you don't trust to lead you, it's something wrong with you too. You got to reevaluate yourself and take accountability for your actions. Because what about you says, I want a weak ass nigga?
I mean, she don't trust herself. That's what it is.
What about your self-esteem, your reassurance, your confidence says, let me get a weak ass nigga that's going to tell me what I want to hear. It ain't going to help me grow. I'm going to be stagnated just because He makes me feel comfortable. And sometimes people don't realize the best way to grow is to be in uncomfortable situations. God will put you in uncomfortable situations in order for you to grow. And sometimes that person that is going to help you grow is going to make you uncomfortable for a minute because it's something you're not used to. And if you want to grow, if you want to be the best you got to get uncomfortable.
That's real. That's a big thing. Being uncomfortable early on in a relationship will make that relationship last and flourish. So I'm one who believes in the early hard conversations. Let's ask these real questions. Let's find out the truth, because this is going to tell us where we can go. So when I ask a question, tell me what's wrong with you and what can you be honest about? If you're like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. Okay, now you're a liar. We already getting this on. Let's put this on the floor. If I ask you, what are your short-term goals? What do you want to do in the next 6 months? And you don't know, I'm like, oh, she don't have no future.
Man.
She has no plan. I don't want to hear, I want to be a doctor. Well, bitch, you ain't even a CNA.
You ain't even enrolled in school.
How does this work?
You ain't been to the doctor to check on yourself. Listen, when I tell you, I had a dude I started dating recently, and he was like, what are the things that your exes would say are your best things about being in a relationship and your best character traits, and what are the worst? And I told him, it's my smart mouth. He told me his exes would say he was controlling. These are things we knew about each other before we decided to date. And we've been in that uncomfortable situation. Like you said, we had to attack it hands on early on. And we put ourselves on a 30-day. Like, let's see where this can go, because we both know I got a smart mouth. I'm a little trained to go. You are very controlling, and you got some caveman ways.
What's controlling? We got to dissect this. I'm so tired of hearing controlling and narcissist. What does that mean to you? Let's start with controlling.
So for me, and women don't realize control and manipulation can be in your imagination, where you think it's love or attention. So, prime example, right? I'm dating a guy, and he wants to, when we're not together, he wants to fall asleep on the phone all the time. And at first I was like, okay, that's a little weird. We're not in high school. What the fuck is you doing? We AARP. Like, why are we doing this? And he was like, well, it's the connection and, just being on the phone and you hear and okay, well, if it makes him happy, because I want to make him happy as he make me, because he treats me good, right? Then I thought about it. I said, this is the control method used by manipulation to make like he's being attentive when he's just making sure I ain't doing shit else. Guys have gotten slick. Most women look for, oh, he telling me what to wear. He telling me what to do. He want to check my friends. He want to look at my location. No, guys are getting very savvy with this manipulation. They're being attentive with their time and how they treat you to manipulate you and control you. So control can come in very different forms, but I don't look at control. When you tell me, Keisha, you know what, your business plan, I looked at it and you need to do this. That's not control. That's you helping me to grow. And most women confuse listening and growth with control, because you don't want to listen in the first place. And you think it's control, but it's really him trying to make you a better person. That's the issue I think most women run into, is confusing control and growth.
Okay. I hear it all the time. I don't want a man to control me. And it's like, well, you get controlled at work.
That part.
They tell you when you go to the bath, like, I hate girls from the plant. They be like, I don't want nobody to control me. You can't go to the bathroom when you want to.
Plantation.
There's so much stuff you can't do. So if you work any other job, they tell you when you can take off. You're not just able to come in late, leave early. You have to ask permission to do a lot of stuff.
Yep.
So it's like, you don't want a man to bring structure and discipline, rules and regulation, but your job can do it. Your car note, they tell you what time to pay. If it's a $2.99 convenience on there, they tell you it's a late fee. Your life is surrounded by what should be structure.
But I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier. Most women grow up in a household where there's no father, no relationship present. It's men in and out the door. Your mama got a different man every 6 months, every year. So it's no discipline and structure that they grew up in a household with. And most women aren't, and even myself, we aren't disciplined in our love because we didn't see. I saw it, but a lot of people haven't seen what it looks like to see discipline and love together and coexist. So if you're not disciplined in yourself, and then you're not disciplining your love, and in a relationship, in turn, you're going to be toxic. You're not going to want to listen. You don't know what it even looks like because you've never seen it or experienced it. So you're going to sometimes mistake it as control because you've never seen what it looks like to be disciplined and be in a family environment where a man leads.
Most women, and I say this all the time, most women were raised by broken women who didn't know how to listen and who were not strong enough to be wives.
Were they strong enough or they lack wisdom because they didn't grow up around wisdom?
They still failed to meet the mark.
Yeah.
So now you learned, or you want to learn how to be a queen from a soldier. You can't. Because while she should be teaching you how to sit on the throne, she's showing you how to fight on the battlefield. And that don't work. So now in your mind, you want to sit on this throne and be this person who is adored, but the whole time you really a soldier on the battlefield fighting for your life because that's all you know and that's all you ever been taught. See, for me as a man, I knew I wanted a woman to be submissive because my mama knew how to shut the fuck up. That's the thing.
But you know what I think women, and again, or men and women say, I got a bitter baby mama. I got a bitter baby daddy. But at the end of the day, the person you listening to, these fellas, y'all sitting around with your homeboys, y'all talking, he's a bitter baby daddy too. His daddy a bitter baby daddy. And you listen to a bunch of motherfucking men that's just as bitter as your ass. And y'all ain't seen a man in y'all life around y'all that wasn't a bitter baby daddy. Y'all, most men ain't even seen a relationship where a man leads. Not just females. Most people haven't seen a relationship that's disciplined where a man leads. He makes the best decision for his family. So most men can't lead because they haven't been around a man that's a leader. They don't know how to adjust to that role. So they are emotional. They tender. They want to act like the bad bitch in a relationship because they ain't had a man around them. And the only person that influenced them was the bitter baby mama. So now you a bitter baby daddy. You a bitter man. You mad at all women. You don't know how to lead a woman because you ain't been around nothing but women. And you can't lead a woman if you ain't had a man to influence you or direct you or guide you.
But I'm gonna tell you, when we talk about what we've seen good sex do, or we've seen people become blind to good sex, I can remember a time in my life, a girl I knew told her mother that her father had been molesting her. And the mother beat her up, took the father's side, and told her, anything that you did, you asked for. That's crazy. So I said to myself, either this man is fucking the shit out of his wife and she is just blind to what the dick is, or she is mentally unstable and she don't love herself or her kids.
I think it's a combination of both, because good dick will have you stuck on stupid and parked on dumb. You're going to ignore a bunch of red flags. You're going to do some shit you ain't never did. You're going to have some experiences. You're going to devalue yourself when you stuck on stupid and parked on dumb over some good dick. Women will take the total embarrassment, play themselves, downgrade, and even some men will downgrade themselves just to say, I got somebody. Just because I don't want to be alone. I want a title. So I'm going to devalue myself and disrespect myself because the dick is good and he said he want to be with me or she want to be with me and she gripping it. I'm going to devalue myself because I want a title.
I pass.
Motherfuckers want a title, fuck buddies.
I pass.
I mean, people be so pressed to be a fuck buddy. It's weird. I want to be a fuck. You want to be a fuck buddy? You want to be a girlfriend? You want to be a thought and ready? You want to be in a situationship? You want to be his main one, but not his only one, his freaky boo? I mean, women just want a title.
I could
and people just want a title. Men as well. Because it's some men who literally, once you give it to him, they be like, oh God, why? Why did I do that? And it's not because the sex was bold. It's because he acting crazy or shit. Now he really believed them lies you told him during sex when you said it was his.
Okay. So I guess today we've come to the conclusion that somebody can be terrible for you, but be sexually perfect for you. I think we've come to the conclusion that good sex can make people blind.
Yeah.
We've come to the conclusion that people confuse lust with love. We found out that men are willing to tolerate disrespect if the head is good enough. So I want you to tell everybody where they can find you at.
Auntie is on Facebook as Keisha Carr. My Instagram is Keisha_Key625. My business is Credit and Conversation. You got to separate that separately. And for those who don't know, I am Miss Dating Satan. I have Dating Satan on Facebook, Dating Satan on Instagram, and sometimes I'm Satan.
Oh, man. Well, we want to thank our sponsors. Of course, we got KC Carson Productions. I want everybody to stream Gunplay, Boundaries, and Deadly Cure on Tubi. We want to give a special thanks to Pretty Me 360. You're going to be able to check them out at prettyme360studio.com. Shout out to my man Big Bo's Grill. That's at 27872 John R. Road, Madison Heights. Hit him up at 248-677-3555. Let him know KC sent you. Okay, he going to make sure he gets some extra love with the meals. Shout out to DJ Listen Society Nightclub. I told y'all before about Credit and Conversation. This is Miss Credit and Conversation. She does a host of things. She is able to do credit restoration, credit literacy, workshops, seminars, online books, the whole nine.
Business credit.
Business credit. That's a big one.
And I help you structure your business legitimately in the right way to get funding.
And we want to give a special thanks, as always, to Stone Jungle Apparel. You can find us at Stone Jungle Apparel on Instagram and stonejungleapparel.com on the World Wide Web. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I comment back. Just know, if you say something to me, I'm going to say something back. For those who don't know, this is just my thoughts.
I got one more thing. Make sure y'all, if y'all are interested in sponsoring Just My Thoughts, make sure y'all reach out to KC Carson via inbox or email.
You heard her.